Hello and welcome to this week's live for Unleash Your Inner Witch. I am double checking to make sure I am live everywhere. One, two, and am I in the Facebook group? I'm in the Facebook group. Okay, so we are live everywhere. Sorry about that. Just like to double check every week. I am going live through StreamYard, so streamyard.com/Facebook. If you're on Facebook, that way I can see your comments. Anywhere else, it should pop up with your name. Otherwise, it's just going to say Facebook user. So in February, we are talking about the beginnings of spring. We just celebrated Imbolc, and which is the celebration of the beginning of spring, honoring Saint Bridget, or the goddess Bridget, depending on your beliefs. As we welcome the beginnings of spring and the renewal it brings, it's the perfect time to refresh and rejuvenate not only our physical spaces, but also our minds and thoughts. In the world of witchcraft, spring cleaning can be a powerful ritual that brings balance and harmony into our practice. So, 1 second. Got things acting goofy over here. There we go. All right, so mental clutter, like negative thoughts and emotions, can obstruct our clarity of thought, hinder our decision making, and affect our overall well being. So, since witchcraft is about our intent and what we manifest and put out into the world, um, it can affect anything we do, our spells, our rituals, our day to day workings. So, um, by cleansing and organizing our inner world inside, we can improve our focus, increase our self awareness, and lead to a more peaceful and fulfilling state of mind. It lends towards finding our higher self. So, a lot of this month's lives and our workshop, wins, wisdom, intuition, nourishment, and shadow work, um, which will be February 16th at, I think, 4 p.m. There's an event in the Facebook group if you'd like to check that out. But a lot of it is going to be about mental work. And again, witchcraft is about mental work. I will probably rotate our live streams and workshops between that mental work for witchcraft and finding your higher self and traditional witchcraft, just so you have an idea of that there. So this month, again, is more about inner work and mental work, but there are a lot of physical aspects we can do to use that or to work on that. Sorry, I moved my desk and I keep looking where the camera used to be instead of where the camera is. So I have a list of steps that we can talk about to take those steps to unclutter your mind and bring that witchy twist into your spring cleaning. So first we have move this since I am not used to where I'm aiming now. Okay. So the first is awareness. So being aware of our negative or cluttered thoughts and emotions that may be causing stress and hindering our personal growth. So this is where our gratitude journaling comes in. If you start working on your gratitude journaling and you can't find that that balance, that what do I write about? I'm writing a gratitude journal. I've given myself a task of 3 per day, and I can't come up with anything more than, for my 3 per day, or I want to repeat the same things every day. Take a moment, and you can do this in your gratitude journal, but I suggest doing it in a pencil or a weird color, something like you don't want to see all the time in your gratitude journal. So your least favorite color. And write the things you are grateful for, even if they're a repeat. Never skip gratitude journaling. So always write something there. Even if you're just grateful that you woke up this morning, grateful for your cup of coffee, like just write something and then turn the page and make sure this is an empty page, nothing on the front, nothing on the back. You want a page you can tear out. And write down those cluttered thoughts, write down those emotions, write down those negative things that are driving you crazy. If you don't want to write it in your journal, you can write it on a spare piece of paper. But I like that physical tearing it out of my life, so that's what I do. And write those things down. And get them all out. Just word vomit. It doesn't have to be complete sentences. It can be a single word. Or if you need to write a paragraph to get it all out, whatever you need to do there. And put it all on a piece of paper. Now, the first thing I want you to do is our step 2, reframe your thoughts. Try to reframe any of those negative thoughts into a more positive light, or find an alternative way to approach it. So let's say that you are one of the things on your list is you're tired of having to remind your teenager to do dishes. I'll give you one on my list. Tired of having to remind your teenager to do dishes. She's not here. How can I reframe that into positive? I can reframe that as, and you write this in a color you like, over the top of it, that I can teach her a habit. So now and this is another reason I like it in my journal. 2 ways you can do this. You can write over the top of it, this is now the positive, or on a separate piece of paper, you write a list and turn it positive. I can teach my daughter a learning experience on creating a habit of doing the dishes. Or I will statements are very powerful. I am. If you write them on a separate piece of paper and you like doing the journal and burn where you burn the negative thoughts, that's great. I like leaving it in my journal. I write in a light gray marker, and then I write over the top in a bold color, my purple pen or something like that. So various ways you can do it, whatever works for you. So you're reframing those thoughts, negative thoughts, into a more positive light. Find alternative ways to approach the situation. So once you have those positive thoughts, if you've done them on a separate piece of paper in your gratitude journal, and you wrote those as affirmations, I will do this, I am going to do this, or I am doing this, then you can take that piece of paper with the negative energy and you can fold it away from you 3 times. So let me show you here. So you're going to fold away from you 3 times. 1 away, 2 away, 3 away. You're forcing all that negative energy away from you. And you burn this, every piece of it. You don't want a piece of paper left. You want it ash, and you get rid of it. And now those negative thoughts are gone, and you have these learning experiences and these affirmations, if that's the way you want to do it. Where I journal it, I like having those I've overcome. That's how I view that. I write down the negative and I overcome it with the positive, with the prettier, bolder colors. So those are two things there. That was number 1, awareness. Number 2, reframing thoughts. Number 3, practice mindfulness. Now this kind of ties in with that as well, but engage in your mindful practices. Now this is our meditation. To quiet the mind, bring a sense of peace and calm. Whatever whatever, and I will say this every week, whatever you want to meditate about. It can be just a relaxation. It can be targeted for sleep, for pain, for depression, for creativity, for wherever you feel you need that mindfulness turned into. We're reframing our thoughts. So I'll see how all these are stacking together, reframing our thoughts. So we practice mindfulness. You can do this as you can look up driving meditations. These are meditations you can play while you're driving. So it doesn't say close your eyes. It just has that positive energy. So that's another thing you can do. Our fourth thing, smoke cleansing. Now this involves burning Palo Santo, sage, other herbs that purify the air and release negativity. So we're talking, again, sage, Palo Santo, rosemary. Doing more research, and I didn't realize this, talking lately about different herbs for different things. Time comes up for almost anything. So I feel like it's a very all-purpose one, kind of like your clear quartz is all-purpose. I feel like thyme and rosemary are very all-purpose. So, but again, practice safe burning, but do smoke cleansing because it's believed to clear the energy in your physical space and your mind, and cleanses your aura, releases negative energy, and brings in positive vibes. So always, and this is difficult this time of year for my people in the Southern Hemisphere, always crack a window to smoke cleanse. That way all the negative energy leaves. So if it's wintertime, little cracks. In the summer or spring, as it gets warmer, I open the windows. So you want that negative energy to go, and then that scent stays. So that's your mental clarity. That's your good vibes. But the smoke has drifted things away, taken all the bad out with it. The next thing is spellcasting. We're witches. So we do these type of spells in the way of affirmations, visualization, manifestation, intentions. Manifest those desires and intentions to manifest your desires and rid yourself or clear that negative energy. So a spell can be as simple as reciting a mantra, where you are, if it's something you want to get rid of, I will use my now empty coffee cup. If it is something you want to get rid of, you stir counterclockwise and just saying, I want to rid this in my life. Okay, that's a very simple ritual. You can do it every day. For affirmations, clockwise, I am bringing the good into my life. See where your spoon's going? It's pulling it to you. I am bringing the good into my life. If you are going counterclockwise, you're pushing it away from you. And I know that the spoon does come back around, but just think of it as that I am pushing it away. So counterclockwise for releasing, clockwise for bringing it to you. Very simple spells. You can recite the same mantra every morning. You can, I'll use the same example. If you've written that list and you've got 7 things on the list, you can do one a day, pardon me. If you see the things after you write them down, it's not so bad. Which one do you need to focus on? Pick that one, do it for a week. So this week will be a learning experience for my daughter. I'm going to teach her the positive habits. We're not going to fight about the dishes this week, and make that your mantra. And I can do that every day when I have my coffee. And I probably will now that I've mentioned it. Or if you are really feeling like you need that stronger release, that stronger reframing of your thoughts, you can do a whole ritual around what you need. I've posted about color magic this week. I've posted about candle magic. Those are simple things you can use to do that ritual. Pick a color that works for what you're trying to do. Just trying to banish negativity, you can just use a black candle. And I recommend chime candles or colored tea lights because They don't last 900 hours, but you focus on that flame and what it's doing, and you tell it what it's doing and what it's taking away from you. So that's a ritual you could do that'll last a little bit longer than stirring your coffee. So the next thing, which I've already mentioned, is candle magic. Light a candle, meditate on your intention to clear your mind and let go of what's no longer serving you. White candles can work for anything. Black candles release. If you're using candle magic specifically in that form of clearing your mind, letting go of what's no longer serving you, but bringing in your intention of better thoughts or better reactions to those things, you want to, or you can do, you don't have to, you can use a white and a black candle. White black banishes, white brings in the positivity. The next thing is essential oils. Scent is a very, very powerful tool. You can anoint your candles. You can use incense sticks in different scents. You can do essential oils in your diffusers, but it's powerful. It's a powerful tool to use those scents. So some essential oils, lavender, lemon, are believed to have cleansing properties that can help purify the air and promote positive energy. So those are two that, and I love the citrus scents. And I don't just say lemon. All citrus scents to me are very bright and fresh and energizing. So I like using those for positivity. Lavender, I feel, is great for relaxing. The next thing is crystals. Crystals are often used in witchcraft to amplify energy, promote healing. So keeping crystals in your home or carrying around them with you can clear your negativity and promote positive energy. Now, a few that I have polished, unpolished, this is clear quartz. You can cleanse these with your smoke cleansing and tell a clear quartz, they're a very inexpensive crystal, tell the clear quartz, this is what you're doing for me. You are going to help me remember that this is a learning experience and I'm not angry about my child not doing the dishes. And you carry that around with you, put it in your pocket. That's what it's doing for you. Rose quartz, another inexpensive one. This is all I'm allowed to have, and I kept it because it looks like lips. This is all I'm allowed to have because my child is obsessed with rose quartz and takes all the big pieces that I find. So I told her I was keeping this one. Rose quartz is good for self-affirmations, self-love. If part of your problem, no. If part of your negativity is that you have negative thoughts about yourself, rose quartz. And your affirmation should be, I am enough. I am strong. I'm a beautiful soul. I am, positive word. I am enough. It doesn't matter what my feeling is. I'm enough. Pretty enough. Smart enough. Busy enough. Independent enough. Eloquent enough, since I can't find words today, but enough. I am enough. It's my favorite affirmation. Anyway, rose quartz, great self-love stuff. Amethyst, and this is a banded amethyst, and I just think she is absolutely beautiful. Amethyst is great for protection and just an overall really good positivity stone. So think of it like the lavender of the crystal world. It's positive thoughts, positive energy, purifying those thoughts, promoting the positive energy. It's also good in protection spells if you're needing to do that kind of work. Let's see. Sodalite I have here. Sodalite is a great communication stone. If that's where your negativity or your blockage is, sodalite is great to carry around for that. It promotes positive thinking, clarity of thought. I use it. I keep it at my desk I have tons of sodalite. I have earrings. I have bracelets. I have to take the earrings off for the headphones, but I use I'm covered in sodalite when I do my tarot readings or card readings. I make sure it's by me. I actually have my other piece. I was trying to figure out where it was, but I have a new tarot deck. So my other piece of my raw sodalite is in that bag with my new tarot cards right now. So great for those clarity of mind, communicative, thoughtful needs. And I feel like my words are just coming to me while I'm holding it. I love sodalite. So there's a few that you can use if you feel like your blockage, and I have one more, and this one's on, it's not a crystal, but if you feel like your blockage is third eye related, just a mental clarity, copper is amazing for that. And I didn't know that. I bought this piece. These were created, hopefully you can see it here. It was created by just dripping copper, hot copper in cold water. My child has a nugget that's shaped. I loved the raw look of this. I just bought it because it was pretty. And my nephew, Grayson, my godson, the one that I babysit my day job, every time I would hand him this, because he plays with my crystals a lot, he's very respectful of them. Every time I would hand him, or he would pick up his copper, he would hold it right here. And I was just like, what is this boy doing? So I looked up properties of copper, and it's great for that third eye inner work. So this became a permanent fixture at my desk. Since I do most of my spiritual work here at my desk with you, I'm working on building an altar in here too. So again, crystals can be used for anything, but great for that cleansing and organizing your mind and thoughts. And then decluttering. Physical clutter can cause mental clutter. So it's important to get rid of things you no longer need or use. Donating, selling, throwing away items helps release negative energy and create a more organized space. And when you have that organized space in your area, you have an organized space in your mind. I have this week just decided that enough was enough with my desk and my area. And I turned my desk so I have a blank wall behind me so I can create my altar space behind me. I'm buying a new bookshelf to organize this office. Just getting our space put together. Enough's enough. I think all of us will benefit from it. My child does homeschool in here. My husband works in here. I work in here. And it is just, it's time. It is time to release that physical clutter so that our mental clutter is better. Now, releasing mental clutter. That is what we're doing, the writing of those negative thought patterns or stagnant energies or those thoughts that we put on that paper that we folded away from us or that we're writing in a lighter color and writing over in a beautiful color. Those transformations, that is clearing your mental clutter. So as you're writing those, if you can't, sometimes we can't think of the positive put on top of it immediately. But what I want you to do while you're writing those is imagine that coming out of your mental clutter. If you can't imagine, because it's going to stay in your mind, right? Because it's something we're thinking of. Instead of being this jumble of thoughts, think of your mind like a cubicle. And it can have 2 spaces. It can have 100 spaces, cubes, squares. And you're putting each thought in those little squares. And we're only thinking about one at a time. While we're working on it, while we're doing our mantra, we're thinking of one at a time. Take that mental clutter, shelve it, cube it off, and just say, I can focus on one thing at a time. That's all I have the energy for. Remember what we talked about in our Pagan Year Festival that I got from Power Coach Alicia, that if we do not have the ability, the willingness, or the, what's the C in AWC? Well, I guess we're going with ability and willingness today. I'll type the rest of it in the comments. But if you don't, if it's a no question, Do you have the ability to do something? Do you have the willingness to do something? If you don't do it. Shelve it. Go to the next thing. Don't let it overpower your life. Saying no to yourself, saying no to those thoughts is just as powerful as saying no to somebody else. So, to wrap up today, and today has been longer than most of them, working on more powerful messages for you. But remember, the most important thing is to set intentions and believe in the power of your rituals, whatever they are. Stirring the coffee, doing the gratitude journaling, doing your meditation, whatever your ritual is, believe in the power of your rituals. And by combining the traditional cleaning methods with our witchy practices, you can create a harmonious and organized environment. So incorporate these witchy elements into your spring cleaning routine. You can deepen your connection to the natural world, tap into the energy of renewal and rejuvenation, and cleanse and build your higher self. Now, if you're coming through Facebook page or YouTube, make sure you join my Facebook group, Find Your Higher Self and Unleash Your Inner Witch. You can get directly to that from www.unleashyourinnerwitch.com. If you are in the Facebook group and you are not following the page, which is just Unleash Your Inner Witch, please do so. And again, we are also on YouTube if you'd like to like and subscribe that to start building those algorithms, because I can do longer saves their lives for you. Be sure to check events in the Facebook group. Mark going to anything I have, because then you get notifications when I go live, because these welcome to the beginning of spring lives are going to be great. We do have our workshop coming up on the 16th called Winds. Again, that is wisdom, intuition, nurturing, and shadow work. We're going to talk about wisdom and witchcraft. We're going to talk about our intuition and how to trust it. We're going to talk about nourishing not only our bodies, but our souls and our minds when it comes to our practice. And we're going to dig a little deeper into shadow work in that workshop to start releasing what no longer serves us and is holding us back from being our higher self. That is a free workshop. You do need to register to get the live link, to get the Zoom link. So please do so on the events in the Facebook tab. It's on the page and in the group. It may be on YouTube also. I'll check. If it's not, I'll put it there. So please do that, because we're reaching for our higher self every day, and this workshop is going to be a way to dig into that intuition and trust ourselves. And I do have a weekly newsletter. Please sign up for that. I will make sure the link is on YouTube. It is on Facebook in our group. This week's newsletter goes out today, this afternoon. So if you sign up now, you will have time to get into that and get all that new information. And remember that we are now doing monthly Coven Connections to bring our sister brotherhood, to bring our kin together to discuss major events in our cycle of the year as pagans, as witches, as unleashing our inner self. Our next one for March is all about fruition and potential and the luck that the season brings us, and that is March 1st at 7 p.m. That will be in the event section today also. If you are interested in a birth chart reading, please let me know. That you can message me, you can email me, and at unleashyourinnerwitch.com, and M. Freitas on Facebook. And I'm wearing blue lipstick, I think, currently on Facebook. So let's see, it'll show me wearing the blue lipstick. So it's me when you look up Anne and Freitas, because apparently there's many of us. Anne is a popular name in Portugal or Brazil, where the name where Freitas is prevalent. So So until we meet again, please keep reaching for your higher self so you can release your inner witch, and I will talk to you soon.